Well, you're never gonna believe this. When I was looking at the photos from yesterday's kindergarten graduation ceremony, I started crying again.
Again, seriously? Didn't you cry enough yesterday? You spent practically the whole day sobbing?
Oh, can you blame me? The kids were all so amazing. Not to mention the star of the show, our daughter Esme. I was so overcome with emotion I could barely contain myself. Oh, she grew up so fast. When I think about how she won't carry on being my little girl forever, and her flying the nest one day to start a life of her own, I'm filled with this strange mixture of pride and loneliness.
I know exactly how you feel. It's been one heck of a ride ever since she was born. She really puts through our paces.
You can say that again. She was born prematurely and weighed so much less than most babies, the doctors were worried she might not make it. Even afterwards, when things stabilized, she was still in and out of hospital for testing and checkups all the time. Not only that, but she was also slower to develop than most other kids. All of it flashed before my eyes while she was up there on the stage for the ceremony, and I was just so overwhelmed by what a wonderful little miracle our little girl is. Our Esme.
She's special, that's for sure. We're blessed to have her. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw how tiny she was when I first saw her. I didn't even know it was possible for a human being to be that small. I was worried that she might grow up to have problems and lag behind the other kids.
You and me both. And let's not forget she did learn to walk a little later than most. But now, far from being behind, she's surging ahead of the crowd like nothing anyone could have imagined. Can you remember how astonished we were when she won the track and field event at the last sports day? I could have fainted. She's not just physically gifted either. She's witty, clever, and can talk with the best of them. Her growth has been unbelievable.
No kidding. She can be a little cheeky sometimes. But hey, I guess no one's perfect.
Can you believe she'll be in elementary school soon? Oh, where does the time go?
Isn't it nuts? Before long, she'll be walking to school on her own. Think about it, our little Esme making her own way to school. I'm so glad we kept fighting for her and persevered to give her the upbringing she deserves, even when times are tough.
You and me both, honey.
We did good.
Next up, elementary school. You know, there are going to be so many more events for us to go to than there were at kindergarten. Oh, I just can't wait to watch our little star in action.
I hope she enjoys her new life when she moves up. Hopefully, she doesn't have to deal with any weird teachers or anything.
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. The school we're sending her to has a fantastic reputation, one of the best in the state even. Apparently, when the new principal stepped up 5 years ago, he made all sorts of groundbreaking reforms that made waves in the local media. From what I could tell, all of the teachers are great people, and they really know their stuff. According to my sources, excluding one small group, most of the other parents come from good backgrounds and have good jobs and live in nice parts of town.
Excluding one small group, what does that mean?
Someone mentioned an issue with a small group of toxic parents getting involved in a petty squabble over an affair. Someone stole someone's man or something. To be honest, it was pretty vague. I wouldn't worry too much about it. There are all kinds of parents out there though, so it wouldn't exactly be strange if it was true, but even so, it's not our problem.
Sounds like something out of a soap opera. Where exactly did you hear all this stuff?
From my top secret spy network of fellow moms, of course.
Ah, the legendary secret mommy spy network. The ultimate intelligence community, so formidable they make the CIA quake in their boots.
You do believe me, don't you?
Of course. Remember last year when I found that lost dog wandering around near the main road on 5th Street? I was nothing short of stupefied at how quickly they were able to identify and track down the owner. Despite not even having a collar on. I'll take your mommy spy network over a private investigator any day of the week.
Me and the moms from kindergarten have a really strong sense of solidarity. Anyone would think we're family rather than a bunch of moms who happen to send their kids to the same kindergarten. Most of them are sending their kids to the same elementary school as Esme, so we'll probably continue information sharing and looking out for each other for the foreseeable.
Okay, I get it now. So that's where you got all these juicy tidbits on the school from.
Some of the moms even have kids in the higher elementary school grades. Before long, we'll probably have access to sensitive junior school info too.
Nice, I like it. Knowing what's going on behind the scenes at Esme's school like this is great for peace of mind. It's reassuring to know your friends have so many shrewd and resourceful moms.
I know, isn't it just? With Esme being an only child, we'd know practically nothing if not for them. She'd be going in blind. Things like online reviews and government reports can be faked or based on faulty info, so you can't beat first-hand accounts from kids who've actually been.
Yeah, that's a great point. Looks like we have nothing to worry about, huh? 6 years? It feels like a long time when you say it out loud. But something tells me it's going to be over in the blink of an eye.
Right? Oh, and let me make this clear in advance. There's a 100% chance I'll cry at the elementary school graduation ceremony too.
Hold your horses! You have to get through the entrance ceremony in one piece first. Please do your best not to turn into a sobbing mess. It is you we're talking about, so I'm going to bring tissues just in case. Parents generally don't tend to cry at entrance ceremonies, so this could get embarrassing.
Good point. Come to think of it, it would be kind of backwards, wouldn't it? I really hope I'll be able to hold it together. Maybe I should have my tear ducts sealed up. To tell you the truth, even just seeing her in her uniform with her backpack on is enough to make me shed a tear.
You know, my mum said the same thing. Just seeing that little angel in a uniform with a backpack on is enough to make me want to cry.
A woman after my own heart! That was when you sent her the photos, right? Oh, yeah, I have to remember to send her the kindergarten graduation ceremony ones too.
I bet she's gonna love them.
To tell you the truth, I would have loved for both of our parents to be able to come to the welcome event. But they have that annoying 3 family member rule.
Right, which basically means me and you plus one grandparent. The chosen one. You know what? Instead of having a war break out over who gets to come, I think it might actually be better just not to tell any of them. What do you think?
I agree. They'll all just have to be satisfied with the photos. Oh, Phil, I am so excited for this entrance ceremony! You know, just know I'm gonna enter professional photographer mode as soon as I see our Esme up there on stage, so it's not like they'll have any shortage of stuff to look at.
Ollie, listen, I'm sorry. Something came up, but I can't make it to Esme's school welcome event anymore.
What? Why not? This is our daughter moving up to elementary school we're talking about here. It's a special day. She only gets to do this once in her entire life.
The boss dumped a bunch of work onto me all of a sudden. I did my best to find someone who could do it in my place, but we have a few staff on vacation right now and everyone was already occupied with their own projects. It looks like I'm the only one who can do it.
I see.
I'm so sorry, babe. This is the last thing I wanted. I wanted to make Esme's school entrance ceremony more than anything in the world. Given how short-staffed we are right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to book the day off either.
I see. I can't deny I'm disappointed, but work is work, and I guess it can't be helped. It's not your fault, honey, just bad luck is all. It really is a shame, though.
Make sure you take tons of photos for me. I want hundreds. I don't mind if you send me in while I'm at work either. The boss might stop me going, but he sure ain't going to stop me looking at the photos. I don't care if I have reports to file. No, let me rephrase. I absolutely want you to send me the photos while I'm at work.
Oh, you must be more disappointed than anyone, huh, honey? I'm so sorry this happened. Leave the photos to me. You know what I'm like. When I get started, I can't stop. I think Esme might be a little upset when she finds out I'll be the only one there.
About that, doesn't this leave us with 2 empty spots for family members? How about you invite both our moms?
Oh, good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I'm a genius, right?
They'll be over the moon.
Our dads are just going to have to suck it up. But at least they'll be able to hear what it was like from our moms afterwards. Then there's the mountain of photos you're bound to take.
Right. This way, Esme won't feel lonely either. You know what? Maybe it's actually better this way. Now she gets to show off her new school uniform up on stage to all 3 of us.
Yeah, I bet she'll be even happier than she would have been if I were there.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Of course she wants her dad to be there more than anything. Don't get me wrong, she'll be glad to see her grandparents cheering her on from the crowd. But they are ultimately just substitutes from the reserve team. You're the key player, sweetie.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be there for a graduation ceremony in 6 years no matter what. Just let me, boss, try and stop me. Try it, Chris. Just try, you jerk. I promise, babe, no matter what.
I'm counting on you. Anyway, that's not all. There'll be loads of other events besides. Sports days, art festivals, field trips, you name it. It's gonna be a busy 6 years for all of us.
All right, I'll be there for all those too. I won't miss a single event after this. Hey, Ollie, is it over? You get home safe?
Yep, it's over. I just got back.
I'm so sorry I couldn't make the entrance ceremony, babe. You have no idea how hard I was seething at the office. I felt like a kettle ready to boil over. I should have been there for her. I had no idea my boss was going to dump all this work on me.
Work? But weren't you at a theme park with someone else's kid? I mean, please, work? Give me a break. Stop screwing me around, Phil.
A theme park? Someone else's kid? What the hell? Wait a sec. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, don't play dumb with me. I know damn well you were at Peeps Funland Adventure Park.
What? How?
Oh, that's right. You have no idea where or by whom you were seen, do you?
Huh?
I just got a message from one of the moms whose daughters graduated kindergarten alongside Esme. Hey, Holly. Long time no see. I didn't realize you were at the adventure park, too. Shall we meet up and take a few pics together for old time's sake? Now, being sat in the crowd at Esme's school entrance ceremony, you can probably imagine how much this confused me.
One of your mum's friends?
Yes, one of my mom friends. She saw you at the theme park. She met you a few times back in kindergarten, so she must have recognized you straight away. Seeing you there, she probably messaged me because she assumed I was with you. The problem is, you shouldn't have been at the theme park in the first place, should you? I'm having trouble making any sense of this, Phil. Explain yourself, now.
I see. I guess I must have been surprised.
That's not all of it. My friend sent me some photos, too. There's no doubt about it, it was you. The problem is, I also recognize the woman you were with. It was that single mother girl from down the street, wasn't it?
Her name's Kelsey. Her son came too.
The question is, Phil, what were you doing on a day out at the theme park with another woman and her son? After backing out of your daughter's elementary school entrance ceremony, after apparently having a load of work dumped on you? Don't you think it's a little strange? You've got some serious explaining to do.
No, it's not what it looks like. I get that it might seem strange, but there's a perfectly rational explanation, I swear.
Go on, I'm listening. You mean it was more important to you than being there for your daughter on one of the biggest days of her life so far? I'm sure you're going to convince me with this perfectly rational explanation of yours any moment now. Go on, I'm waiting.
Look, Kelsey's a single mother, but she's really been struggling lately. The dad walked out on her as soon as her son was born, and he gets so lonely. She told me he'd been begging her to find him a dad to go to the theme park with. Apparently, he wanted to know what it was like to have a real family more than anything, even if just once. That's why I agreed to go with him. Even if it wasn't real, even if it was just a feeling, I wanted him to know what it was like to go on a family day out. The kid's been through a lot, Ollie.
Huh? Even if I were to believe that, why did it have to be on the day of Esme's entrance ceremony of all days? Not only that, but why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you lie about being forced to go into work? Phil, are you cheating on me? No, I swear. Surely you can see how bad this looks.
I get how it might look, but I'm not cheating on you, I promise. Do you really think I'm the kind of person to do something like that?
I don't know, you tell me. You were holding hands, weren't you? Seems like plain old cheating to me.
What?
You and your single mother friend were holding hands. I saw it clearly on the photos.
No! My hands probably just happened to touch by accident the moment the photo was taken. Yes, I'm sure of it, that's what happened.
I showed our moms the pictures while they were sat with me in the school event hall. We all agreed it looked like you were holding hands.
What? You showed our mums?
Of course I did. We were all sat together, and I was so shocked I wanted real confirmation on whether what I was seeing was actually real. So yes, the bottom line is that both of our moms know full well you were at the theme park with another woman when you should have been at your daughter's school entrance ceremony. Obviously, they told our dad straight away too.
Ollie, I'm begging you, please. You have to tell them that it's not what it looks like. They're gonna get the wrong end of the stick if you don't set them straight.
Needless to say, our parents are all furious with you. Especially your mom. She was so incensed, I had to calm her down. I thought she was gonna burst into tears right there and then when Esme was up on stage. She was beside herself. She wouldn't stop apologizing for me for her cheating lowlife of a son.
Ugh, how many times do I have to tell you it wasn't like that? I've never cheated on you. The only reason I went to the theme park with them was out of consideration for her son. Come on, Ollie, I feel sorry for the kid. Oh yeah, just remembered. We did hold hands for a few minutes because we thought it would be more convincing for little Tommy that way. You know, so we'd know what it really felt like to have a mom and dad.
Even if you're not cheating on me, the fact that remains that you should have been there for your daughter's school entrance ceremony. I'll never forgive you for prioritizing someone else's kid over your own daughter.
I'm genuinely sorry for that. The truth is, today was the only day I could get off work.
Also, you being an absolute scumbag aside, what the hell is wrong with Kelsey? Doesn't she have any ethical problems with using someone else's husband as a tool to fill her poor little son's heart with false hope? She does know you're married, right? I met her once. We spoke for a little while at the neighborhood watch party, which was, when, 6 months ago?
Leave Kelsey out of this! Like I told you, the only reason I went to the theme park was to make her little boy happy.
What was his name again? Tommy? Am I right in thinking he's in the second year of elementary school?
Right? Just that age he's becoming conscious of the fact that all his friends have dads and he doesn't.
I've heard enough. Are you satisfied now you've ruined your daughter's school entrance ceremony? We were all super excited for this, and you've tarnished the whole thing and left a sour taste in our mouths with your lies and your deceit.
Ollie? Are our moms still at the house?
So what if they are?
Sorry for making all those bullcrap excuses just now. I know none of it made sense. There was no way someone as intelligent as you was ever going to believe such a pile of baloney.
Are you finally ready to come clean? About your affair?
Yes.
How long has it been going on?
We met at the neighborhood watch party. We exchanged numbers and that's how it all began.
So you've been seeing each other for a year and a half. You low-life scumbag.
But wait! What I said about going to the theme park for a son was all true?
Who cares? The bottom line here is that your promise to your lover was more important than being there for one of our biggest days of your daughter's life. Who the hell prioritizes another woman's child over their own?
Look, that's just what happened.
We need to discuss this properly.
I'll find some time for us to meet up and talk about it in a few days.
In a few days? You don't care about this at all, do you? Explain yourself today, now.
But it'll drag on into the night.
Me and your mom are stood waiting outside Kelsey's house as we speak. Hurry up and get home this instant.
You're in front of her house! Whoa, what are you doing? Why would you be stood there? Gah!
Your mom's still furious. It seems like she's dead set on making Kelsey explain what's been going on. Plus, she said she wants to see what's so special about her that was worth throwing away your marriage.
What? Throw away me marriage? No, wait, please just go home. There's no need to do anything dramatic. You two are going to cause a scene at this rate. All the neighbours will be out on their doorsteps with their popcorn and we'll be the laughing stock of the town. Is that what you want? Think about this.
All we're doing is waiting for you both to come home. Now who's being dramatic? The laughing stock of the town? Get a grip. I'm sick of repeating myself now. Hurry up and get your ass home.
Tommy's with us, you know. You wouldn't do anything crazy in front of him, would ya? He doesn't need to see us airing our dirty laundry out in public. And neither does anyone else.
That's fine. We'll happily wait for Kelsey to send him up to his room before we start asking questions. And correction, you mean your dirty laundry.
Oh my god, you're actually gonna go through with this, aren't you?
Do you think you've got what it takes to look your mother in the eye and admit what you did? Are you man enough to tell her you'll put your slimy behavior to end? I don't want to scare you, but she's so livid, anyone would think she's been possessed by a demon.
What about you? What are you gonna do?
Me? Well, first, obviously, I want an apology. Secondly, I want compensation. Tell your floozy she owes me too. I don't care if she's a single mother or not. She deserves no mercy for what she's done. If either of you refuse, I'll take you to court. I will stop at nothing until you've paid.
You're demanding compensation from a single mother. She's living on the breadline as it is. She'll go bankrupt, she'll lose her house. What about little Tommy? Things are hard enough for the both of them as it is.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If she didn't want to pay compensation, she should have thought more carefully about having an affair with a married man. She's an adult, isn't she? It's about time she took responsibility for her actions.
Oh, I guess.
As for you, any feelings I had for you vanished the instant I found out what you'd been up to behind my back. Since that girl is so important to you that you lied to get out of your own daughter's school entrance ceremony, you can spend as much time as you like with her now. You won't have to worry about me or your pesky daughter getting in your way ever again.
Does that mean you're gonna divorce me?
Kelsey is important to you, isn't she?
Well, she is, but...
I'm happy for you to choose her. I mean, you already made your decision when you abandoned your daughter, so the divorce is really just a formality at this point. I hope you shall only end up tossing you aside once you've served your purpose. Not that that's my problem.
Serve me purpose? What's that supposed to mean?
I heard through my mom network a certain dark rumor about Kelsey.
A dark rumor? What the...
I know she's really sociable and good with people, and may come across as super warm and friendly to those who don't know her. But apparently she also has a dark side. How to put this? An unquenchable desire to steal other women's husbands and boyfriends. You'd be amazed how many stories my girlfriends told me about her stealing guys from their girlfriends and wives. We're talking dozens of times just in the last few years.
What? No way, she'd never do anything like that.
Apparently, that's the reason her husband walked out on her. One of the moms from kindergarten who was friends with her told me. She heard it straight from Kelsey herself. I don't know why she thought it would be a good idea to brag about having such a twisted hobby, but needless to say, my friend kept her distance after that. The point is, this info's as reliable as it gets.
Wait, are you saying the only reason she's with me is because I'm married?
That's not even the worst of it. What's more disgusting is that all she's actually interested in is the act of stealing itself. Once she has a guy wrapped around her little finger, she gets bored of him. So she tosses him aside and moves on to her next target. The grass always looks greener on the other side, right? That's why I don't think you have long left.
And you got all this info from your network of mom's friends?
That's right.
Ugh, what do I do? I know how amazing those guys can be at digging up secrets. And they haven't been wrong about a single thing until now. But this, really? It's so hard to believe Kelsey's the kind of person to do something like that.
Come on, can't you see? It's all an act she uses to lure in naive morons. Naive morons like you. Just look at yourself, Phil. Read your own messages. You fell for her tricks hook, line, and sinker.
What about all the stuff she said about little Tomoy being alone and missing his dad? Was that a lie too? That wasn't even her fault to begin with. I felt so bad for him.
It's funny, even after everything that's happened, you're still obsessed with that kid. How about you try feeling bad for your own daughter? You betrayed her.
I know that! I know what I did was wrong.
Anyway, whatever happens to you from now on isn't my problem, and I honestly couldn't care less. You made your bed, now lie in it. The only thing that matters to me is that you pay me compensation and child support. You'll be receiving some letters real soon. Make sure you respond to them. I'll be a single mother from here on out, So you better make damn sure you do everything you can for your poor daughter. You do sympathize with kids in that situation after all. The moment my husband finally got back from the theme park, his mom went beast mode and met him with a flurry of slaps in the face so hard they could probably be heard 5 blocks away. When she was done with him, she went crazy at Kelsey and interrogated her mercilessly in front of all the neighbors, who had to come out to see what all the commotion was about. I did step in eventually to calm down my mother-in-law so no one called the police, but I was secretly loving every second of it and felt an amazing sense of satisfaction in seeing them get what they deserved. When I told Kelsey I'd be charging her $25,000 in compensation, she collapsed on her knees and began to cry, a desperate, confused mess. A few days later, she showed up on my doorstep saying, "I'm begging you, can we call it quits now?" as she handed me a thick brown envelope. Apparently, it contained every last dollar she had to her name. I decided to accept the money. But not before getting in some final words. With a glare that could have cut diamonds, I told the despicable, home-wrecking bimbo to disappear off somewhere I'd never see her again. Funnily enough, she disappeared in the middle of the night a week later. I did continue talks with my husband for a little while, but eventually I accepted I didn't have it in me to forgive him. We divorced, and he's been paying me $2,000 in child support every month ever since. From now on, I'll be going to Esme's school events with grandparents from both sides of the family. Naturally, my ex-husband isn't invited.